update to our food forest. We started planting this food forest in October of 2021. It is now October 2022, and I think we've done fantastic for our first year. Just, to me, my goal was for everything to survive, and so it did, and a lot of it has thrived. So it's going to kind of just give a little walk through and show what we've got growing. This was our first section that we planted, and we used the NAP pattern for planting, which is nitrogen, apple, pear, triangular guilds, and we were taught this by William from Pastures Farm. He came out and did a consult for us and gave us a plan and a design, and we couldn't be happier. But we're really appreciative of that and that knowledge, and we just continue to learn from him and from his family. So we have in this first guild that we have is an apple tree. I believe it's a Fuji apple. We also have a blueberry growing there. We have comfrey growing there. We have I believe it is a black currant growing, and also way down there you can see it's itty bitty is this is cranberries, and so I'm still not 100% sure how this cranberry is going to do here. It survived, so we're kind of just gonna see. But what you can't see that's already gone dormant is around the tree. Oh, my shadow. But around the tree we have planted garlic and some bulb daffodils, I believe, and tulips, kind of just help with the soil. So we are building soil here, and we're on a bed of about 4 or 5 inches of wood chips, and it's breaking down because our soil is clay and it's just not good soil. So we're building it. So over here we have some more comfrey and some goji berries. That is a peach tree, and we have a nitrogen fixing tree here. I believe that is an Illinois bundle flower. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I do have a spreadsheet that has all of these plants here. So there was a couple of things that didn't survive, like this was a summer raspberry. It did not survive, but that is a boysenberry, and that thing spread all over the ground. And so another blueberry over there, and we got neighbors coming in, so I'm going to hit a pause. All right, so back to the the food forest update. The neighbors left. So this was guild number 2, has another apple tree and a blueberry tree, some more comfrey, and that was a currant over there that did not make it. We have the boysenberry for ground cover, and then over here we have an eastern redbud that is our nitrogen fixer, and then this is a male seaberry plant, which is also a nitrogen fixer, and then the female seaberry, I don't think it made it. So it did pretty good at the first, but then it kind of fizzled out. And then also over here we had another Siberian pea shrub, and not sure if it made it either. So, and then we have some huckleberries in here. And then again, all of these trees have garlic and tulips, or what are those flowers around them. And then this is a plum tree. It's again more comfrey. Another looks like, what is this? This is a huckleberry that I think did not make it. Another cranberry. And then some more currants. Another raspberry that I think did not make it. And then some more comfrey. And this is a pear tree. These things that are flopped over, these are Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes. We have another blueberry bush back there. This was a honey locust tree that we dug up from the property as a nitrogen fixer, but it did not make it, so we have got to replace that one. And then this is another raspberry here. So this was our first little plot for our food forest, and I think it's doing really well, so I'm pretty pleased. We lost some plants in here, but most everything survived and did really well. Continuing on with the food forest / permaculture orchard update. So we have a raised bed here where we grow annuals. But moving down to the lower section of the food forest / orchard, again, we have comfrey all the way down on both sides of the boxes of where we've outlined the plantings. Also, all of this comfrey came from Pastures Farm, and we bought their roots, and every single one of them have germinated and have just exploded into these beautiful big comfrey plants. I'd say one thing the comfrey is designed to do is to chop and drop it to feed all the plants around it. But one thing that William didn't tell us was that the plants were so doggone pretty. I don't like to chop them, but we're getting over that. But here we have an Illinois bundleflower that is a nitrogen fixer. I have a blackberry plant right there that's on a trellis. We have another apple tree right here. And we do not have no two fruit trees are the same variety. So I think that was important, that you mix up the varieties so to confuse the pests. That's the idea of that. So none of our apple trees are the same variety. None of our peach trees are the same variety. None of our pears or plums are the same variety. And then over here, this is called a false indigo, which is a nitrogen fixer. It is a really, really pretty tree in the spring. We have, this is another apple tree. I believe this is Liberty apple, I think. And then we have also another blueberry, more comfrey. This is a kiwi vine. Again, we just were putting variety in because this would have normally been a placeholder for an apple or a pear variety tree. So we put in kiwi because I like kiwi. And so it's just another variety. Again, another Illinois bundleflower, nitrogen fixer, another peach tree. Also some more currants. These are pomegranates. Again, going with a variety. Another Illinois bundleflower, and this one exploded. It did really well. Another pomegranate. Another false indigo also did really well. And another peach variety. And then over there was our second extension of the food forest / orchard. So we just have trees and nitrogen fixers in there, and so we have to go in, and as in this lower section as well, we've got to fill in with the berries. Like we just planted this goji berry here, so each of these trees will get a finish out of their guild with garlic, tulips, and then the berries and the ground cover. So that's what we'll be working on this fall and spring of next year, is completing this lower section and hopefully that section over there as well. But all in all, I'm very excited that most everything that we planted survived, and this was really, really bad soil. It's all clay, and like I said, we've got about 5 to 6 inches of wood chips on top of a layer of cardboard. And then when we plant, we kind of dig the hole, put a little bit of compost in there, and then plant, and everything seems to have taken pretty well. This was a volunteer mulberry tree that's wild from the property, so when we cleared out here, we kind of left that. We also left this redbud tree, nitrogen fixer. We have 2 hazelnut trees right there. They didn't do the best, but I think we will are eventually going to come in here, and like a second layer of food forest will be here, and then ideally we'll go across. So in 5 years, this whole thing will be orchard slash food forest slash permaculture orchard, and then that is another annual raised bed right there to grow annuals, and I have fall crops in there right now. But continuing on with the food forest update, this is section number 3 and 4. Again, we didn't put we just put trees in here. So we've got some cherry trees, a load of comfrey, we've got some nitrogen fixing. I think these are what are these called? These are hardy silverberry. Boy, they're really pretty too. And again, a lot of comfrey. Some more pear trees. That one looks like it's about to go dormant on me. That is an Asian pear, tree. And I think that's another. What is this one? We haven't done too much in this bed. This is a Rainier cherry tree. So, and that's another pear tree. That's another silverberry. This is a native plum tree that our county had a giveaway where they gave away a bunch of trees and a bunch of flowers that were native to our county in the state of Tennessee. But this did really well. It was just a little stick when we got it, so it's doing really good. So we're excited to see about that. But man, this comfrey, look at that. So that is, and then we have another annual. Well, this is not an annual raised bed. We turned this into our asparagus garden. So we have 2 or 3 different kinds of asparagus growing there, and we kind of just let it grow up. We do have some rhubarb in there as well that grew up, and this is going to be a grape trellis right here. This just has some flowers in it for right now. We did gladolias in here, and man, they were sure pretty to look at. And then this is bed number 4, and would you get a load of that comfrey right there? Look at that thing. That is crazy. So we have some eastern redbuds. Also, all of the native trees that are in here, like the redbuds and the plums, all came from the county. Gave them away. So but that's all. We do have some blueberries in here. Again, that's a redbud. Blueberries, the plum. We bought these, and they called them white blackberries, which I never heard of. And they did not bear any fruit. They do have thorns on them. We got these from Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two. We need to get out here and trellis them up, and we'll be doing a lot of work. Again, this is a redbud. Not sure if it actually survived or not, but we'll be doing a lot of work in here this winter to kind of clean it up, get it weeded out. There's a lot of poison ivy growing in here, and that's another plum tree, I believe. Yeah, it's a plum, and some more comfrey gone wild. Another white blackberry, and this is another redbud that we got. And then we have a mulberry tree here, and an apricot tree here, and my little tin man. So that is sections 3 and 4 of the permaculture orchard slash food forest. And so we're really pleased at how this did as also, and so we're pretty happy with how everything turned out this year. So this was another section of food forest slash orchard that we are planting. We have our well is dug right here. So we have raspberries, a mulberry, an apricot, blackberries, and raspberries. And I think this fall or this spring we'll be coming in and filling in strawberries. We planted strawberries, but they didn't survive in this section. So all right, so that's an update of our 1 year permaculture food forest slash orchard slash food forest. Couldn't be happier with the results. We had most everything survived, and a lot of things thrived, and we're really happy with the results, and we're proud of what we've done here. And I want to give a special shout out to William from Pastures Farm for your guidance, for coming out here and spending a couple of days with us and getting us in the right direction. And we're really appreciative of what you and your family do on the YouTube, and we appreciate your channel, and we're just happy, and we think you'd be proud of us, and we hope to see you out here one day so you can kind of come and give us a follow-up and kind of make sure we're headed in the right direction. So we appreciate you. If you like this content, we would love to have you come along and subscribe to our channel and follow us on our journey as we build this homestead from the ground up and raise chickens and pigs and turkeys and lots more permaculture stuff.